Corfin prevents catastrophic failure in mission-critical systems by removing the risk of tin whiskers and weak solder joints from lead-free alloys. We know that pure tin whiskers are going to grow when we deal with pure tin plating. Eventually, whiskers are going to grow out. They're going to cause a bridge or a short.
So you run the component through the solder wave, and that removes the tin that's currently on the leads and replaces it with tin lead. And that prevents any tin whiskers from growing.
If someone's hand dipping a part, that process could vary between every person that's actually hand dipping the component.
A human being might dip the part too quickly. There will be a layer of tin that still is underneath the layer of tin lead, so you haven't really mitigated the tin whiskering problem. If the person falls asleep at the switch and dips it for too long, you end up dissolving away part of the lead, and then the leads become too thin and they're not compliant to the original manufacturer's specification.
Hand dipping's been around a long time, and obviously it's a cheap way to go about trying to solve the problem. Unfortunately, the lack of control results in problems that are catastrophic. You run the risk of withdrawing too quickly and getting solder that would remain on the lead in an excess that can be contained within the lead, which means it would create a bridge. If we don't dip deep enough because of the inconsistency of the human hand in dipping, we might not go all the way up to where we need to be. That's all it takes to have whiskers that can grow out and make contact with another adjacent lead. If we don't have control and we go in the opposite direction, we have too much temperature or too much dip depth or dwell, that's going to cause a thermal abuse to the package. So too much temperature we know can create things like delamination or wire bond damage from the heat. So we need to have a control process, very precise dwell, temperature, and dip depth.
Our LRT, or linear robotic technology, will solder coat the parts repeatedly the same time, every time.
We're able to take components and process them to the tightest tolerances in the industry. These are temperatures in the solder within 1 degree, temperatures in the wash bath and the preheat of within 3 degrees, and motions within 1,000th of an inch and dwells within 1/10 of a second. Nobody else can top this.
Companies choose Corfin because we're the best at what we do. We've had actually some of our competitors send us the work because they couldn't get it done.
One of the things that's most important to know about this company, and it starts at the top and it goes all the way down to the newest person that comes in here, is an absolute commitment to excellence. Many of us have been in the military, or we all fly on planes. We have relatives who have pacemakers and some of the things that use our service. So we're always thinking about what this part is going into, and are we going to do the best thing to make sure that this part is the best it can be when it leaves here.